What's up guys, it's your boy Milano Miguel, back at it again with another video. Today is episode 6 of the AC Milan vlog series, so let's get it started. Okay, so match day 6 in the Italian Serie A, where AC Milan are playing against Fiorentina. AC Milan are playing at home after losing away to Torino on Thursday 2-1. Before we get into the game against Fiorentina, I'm gonna go over news overview and anything that came out in the media before the game. So here we go. After losing against Torino on Thursday, many of the fans are asking to bring Gennaro Gattuso back, who we had last season as a coach. Led us to 5th place. We only missed out on Champions League by 1 point on the final match day. But fans are calling for him to come back, which is kind of good and bad because the same fans were calling for Gattuso to be out. But with the turmoil that AC Milan is currently going through with manager Marco Giampaolo, kind of makes sense. Personally, I think that we should bring back Gennaro Gattuso, but we'll see how it happens. Like, we'll see how this plays out. Pepe Reina was fined 5,000 euros for disrespecting referee against Torino. He was on the sidelines against Torino, and I'm guessing he said something to the referee and he was shown a red card. So they also fined him for that. But in the news, there hasn't been any real transfer rumor news. There's just a lot of news about getting a new coach. Many names in the mix. We have Massimiliano Allegri, who led us to winning Serie A in the 2011-2012 season. I don't know how reliable that would be because Allegri just ended his stint at Juve, and I think he might want to just take a break from coaching. I don't think he'll come back to Milan, but we'll see what happens. In the mix, we also have Claudio Ranieri, who was at Roma for the 2019, beginning of the 2019 season. He won the Premier League with Leicester City that 1 year where Leicester City was on a tear. Probably a more reliable option, probably the most accurate one, in my opinion. But we'll see how that also plays out. There's also news that the club have contacted club legend Andrei Shevchenko. He might be a coaching possibility, but I read from the Calcio Mercato that Shevchenko probably will not be coaching AC Milan because he's focused on coaching Ukraine and getting them into Euro 2020. So there would be conflict with that, and the Ukraine football board just wouldn't want to let him go. So we'll see how that plays out. We also have Roberto Donadoni. I don't know who that is, but his name was also in the mix. So we will see how things play out. I will keep you guys updated on what happens with the club and who's going to come in and who's going out. So, into the news with match day 6, Milan versus Fiorentina. The lineup didn't change. We changed our formation yet again. We played 4-3-1-2 last week, and against Fiorentina we played a 4-3-3. I was happy with the lineup, I guess, you know. I was just like, okay, you know, this is the regular lineup that I expect from the team, and so let's get into it. Final result, Milan 1, Fiorentina 3. Absolutely horrible game. Poor defending. I don't even know what to say. Everybody was just so discombobulated. Like, there was no communication on defense. People were not paying attention. People left their men unmarked. It's just leaving so much space for Chiesa and Ribéry to just float in behind and get it behind the defense. It's just absolutely atrocious. Man marking was such an issue in this game. Matteo Musacchio, I'm honestly just done with him. He had a couple good games, he had a couple good runs, but I'm done with him. Just extremely foolish challenge on Franck Ribéry. I guess it was because Ribéry fouled him before and it wasn't called, but the dude just decided to go in straight studs into Ribéry's shins, and it's just like, no, dude. Like, it just looks so much bad when you look at the tackle in slow motion. Possibly could have broke his leg, so he got red carded, which was totally a game changer. So after he got his red card, Leo Duarte came on, making his AC Milan debut. And honestly, I wouldn't say Duarte's bad. Good signing in my opinion. Kind of sucks that he had to come on from a red card, but I think that we should take Musacchio out of the starting lineup and put Leo Duarte in, give him a shot, and see how things go, because Musacchio just makes too many careless mistakes, and they seriously hurt and cost the team points, and we can't afford to lose any more points with what we are struggling with right now. We've lost 4 games in 6 games that we've played. We've only won 2. It's our worst start in 81 years. So I think it's just time for a change, time for a rotation. At halftime, Franck Kessié was subbed off and Rade Krunic made his AC Milan debut. Fair debut. I mean, it kind of sucks he didn't really get to play his normal role because of the red card, but I think he should also be given a chance, maybe in the starting lineup. Horrible passing from Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I don't know, Hakan is just so on and off. Like, some games he has a decent game, and then some games he just has a horrible game. But I really think it's a time for a rotation change. Hakan out, Musacchio out. Who else? I think for the most part, just those 2 need to be taken out, and someone else needs to be given a chance. I think Paqueta should start now. Wasn't able to feature. You could tell that Paqueta was very annoyed or very upset sitting on the bench and not being able to play against Fiorentina. But hopefully he should feature next week on Saturday against Genoa, and we'll see how that goes. Shout out to Gianluigi Donnarumma coming to Milan's rescue again. We conceded a penalty. Conceded 2 penalties in this game, not just 1, 2. But the second penalty that we conceded was saved by Gianluigi Donnarumma. Good save from him. We need to keep Gianluigi Donnarumma at all costs at this club, because without him, we probably would be maybe in a relegation battle. So, shout out to him. Shout out to Rafael Leao. Honestly, I'm going to say he's probably my favorite player as of right now. I had some hope in Theo Hernandez, but he didn't really have a good game. But Rafael Leao, we were 3-0 down and kept fighting and got us a goal back. So shout out to him. I don't know what's going on with Krzysztof Piątek. It's sad to see that his form is just dead. And honestly, I feel like it's the system that Gianpaolo is making the players play, but who knows? I mean, he scored 2 goals so far, but those are not from open play, those are from penalties. So, we'll see how things go. There's honestly no team chemistry in this team. I feel like the players have completely given up on Gianpaolo and given up on his system. They just try to play a system to make him happy and to just get the game over with. There's no grit, there's no fight, there's no determination like there was last season when we were contending for a spot in Champions League. And I don't know what's going on. So in the end, we lost to Fiorentina, 1-3. It's kind of ironic because the manager or the coach for Fiorentina is Vincenzo Montea, who coached at AC Milan a couple of seasons ago, and we let go of him. So he came back to rub it in our faces. So we were sitting 16th in the Serie A table. Again, 4 losses in 6 games. Not happy about that. Hopefully we can get a win against Genoa on Saturday. Captain Alessio Romagnoli came out to say that he's with Marco Giampaolo to the death. And also Paolo Maldini came back and said that obviously Giampaolo needs more time, and they will give him more time. But I know for a fact Paolo Maldini is not happy. Losing the derby, losing to Torino when we should have won that game, and then again losing at home to Fiorentina. It's not looking bright. So yeah, there is one rumor that I saw when I was looking through the media, also from the Calcio Mercato, that Barcelona are prepared to make a 55 million bid for Christoph Piontek. I don't know about that. I feel like that's BS. Why would they need Christoph Piontek? They have Suarez, they have Griezmann, and they're trying to get Neymar still. I believe so. But that's just an unnecessary signing. It doesn't make any sense. But who knows? Transfer window and transfer rumors. Crazy stuff always happens. So stats from September for AC Milan. Christoph Piontek with 2 goals. Rafael Leao with a goal. Theo Hernandez with an assist. We have had 3 red cards, one from Matteo Musacchio, one from Pepe Reina, and one from Davide Calabria. We've conceded 7 goals. We've had 18 yellow cards. It's just, I don't know what's going on, but we're just not looking good, and I'm not happy about it. So we're going to see how it goes. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Peace.